Greetings, accounting aficionados. We are going to continue our video series on how easy it is to load data into this modern depreciation software. In the last video, which you've hopefully watched, we loaded in 10,000 assets in just over 20 seconds into the software, and we demonstrated how easy it is to work with data even of that size in this software. In this video, we will give a few more challenges to the software based on not totally clean data and focus on the in and out, how easy it is to bring data in, even if it's not totally clean, and how easy it is to push data out into your software of choice, your tax software of choice. So let's get right to it. Once again, we will use demo account and we will go and sign in. This feature I did not show last time, but it is one where we check the passwords that have been submitted against several known databases of passwords which have been hacked. So if a password has been selected by the user that has been hacked against, we will feature it to you, and you should really change that password. Let's go into Acme Core. Here we have two returns, one which we had from 2025 and one which I just rolled over to 2026, and I just haven't uploaded any assets for. These are actually the same assets as 2025, only the rollovers exist, so let's add some new assets to it through the bulk import path. Now, you can see we have an AI enhanced import active. That actually comes in the settings. If you go to your firm settings, you can disable it. It's by default disabled, but you can enable it in the case that your firm did not want AI going over data that are pushed in. In this case, I've enabled it. Also note that in these settings, you cast your tax software preference. So these are the supported outputs that we currently have. If you have another favorite tax software, we are very happy to add that on. Add it in the comments and we will get right to it. I've left it as CCH here, so we can save that. Okay, back to what we were doing. Again, since we are in a browser, I didn't even use this navigation. I just got to go back to the prior page and we get to move on. Let's select a file. Here's Acme 2026 rollover. I had one of my AI friends generate this file and asked it to provide some challenges. Imagine that it was a good faith client who really did want us to have good data, but they, of course, didn't quite name the columns exactly as we would have expected. And so there's some questions around things, and that will be a place where our AI gets to challenge things. And you can see here, AI is analyzing our columns. Let's see what it does. Okay, great. These are the levels at which the AI could shoot things back to you, and there might be a review needed depending on how confident it was. You will always get a Y. For instance, here, asset name. Asset name directly corresponds to the asset description name field, which is a required system field. Okay, that is a very nice explanation. You see a lot of high confidence things. Let's see if we can find anything that it's not confident in. No, it is very confident. Let's see if there's anything that we might be less confident in. The business use percentage is obviously the thing. Gross vehicle weight, weight is probably it. Gap book salvage, book salvage. Okay, all of that looks like we made sensible mappings. Let's go and continue to preview. Okay, this you will recognize before as our preference is to normalize to GDS 200 instead of keeping it as GDS. So those were 7 warnings for the rows that did that. But even those, we are just going to move on and import our 100 assets. And we successfully imported in 1.1 seconds. We saw previously that 10,000 went in rapidly. No surprise that the others would similarly be swift. And here we are with all of the stuff. Great. Now, you have all your data in. You have all the things you can do with your data. If you'd like to understand what happens when I click this cost segregation button, you'll have to wait for another video or try out the software yourself. Nothing stops you. Anyone who loads up this software will have demo data in it. So were you reticent to put your own firm's data in? We do not want you to be blocked in clicking around and understanding what this software has to offer. So you yourself could find out what cost segregation does when you click that button. But let's go to reports. We are in 2026, depreciation schedule. I'll do the federal context, and here you see how rapidly you can get to a place where you can start exporting to CCH. And it gives you instructions for that particular system, exactly what you need to do and to make sure that all the headers match, etc., etc. If you want to customize things, you have a great deal of power to do so on the columns that are visible, ordering of the columns, And because I don't want you to have to do that every time, you get to save those configurations. And here you have the depreciation schedule, of course. You get to group by all the things you might want to group by. If you have activity filters, you can group on those. And that is the name of the game. So there you go. Super easy to get data in, very routine to assess the data as it comes in for its veracity. And to get data out into your system of choice is a configuration in your settings file and your settings, and then a one button click to export. Leave comments, leave feedback. We want to hear from you. Look forward to seeing you at the next video. Thanks.